Good morning, volleyball fans, and welcome once again to this Valley Live presentation of the AVP Chicago Open here on Oak Street Beach in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. We move over to another men's matchup. This matchup features number 12 seed Chaim Schalk and James Shaw versus number 13 seed Dylan Maarek and Lev Priima. I'm on the call, Rob on the mic with Meg Bergdorf. Meg, wanted to get your thoughts on this match before we jump headfirst into it.
It's Survival Saturday, and it is going to be an epic battle. Both of these teams only lost one matchup to heavy teams yesterday, and the battle will be on.
We're looking for our first serve as we get started.
Yes, dude, nice serve.
Priima, off-speed shot misses long. Attack error makes it 1-0. James Shaw, the 6'8" blocker from Woodside, California, and Sebastopol is where he lives, a Stanford alum. Taken to the beach, coming from the indoor side of things.
Oh, no.
Priima looking for hands up high, but misses long.
A bit of a spatched hit there. He'll probably want to have that one back, but he's just settling into his morning.
Love all the metaphors, spatulas, whippers.
It's breakfast time, Rob.
That's what I'm thinking about. First serve for Shaw, actually third serve goes into the net for James as you look at Dylan Maarek step back to serve. Maarek, the 6'1" defender from Santa Monica, California, Long Beach State alum. Back in the day, the 49ers, he drops an ace into the seam of uncertainty.
I love the energy this morning. And that's what this pair brings. They have some fire and they have some sass out there on the court.
That serve into that seam, though, is always creating havoc for teams. Shaw off the block of Priima. And going thumb down on the winner is Chaim Schalk.
And that's a really nice play there. A little bit of the fake and opening up that net, making Lev Priima hesitate as the blocker.
Chaim Schalk steps back to serve, the former Canadian Olympian. And drop it into the corners, Lev Priima.
And take a look at Lev coming in, nice hips facing that corner already. Even if he was going to jump set, he had secured that deep angle swing.
Rough serve, broken play. See what happens, and it just grabs the sideline. Priima pointing in. Honesty is best policy instead of creating a big discussion. We have 4-3 on the turn.
And great serving pressure again by Lev Priima and Dylan Maarek's side. I like the sportsmanship there from Lev. It was a good ball. Unfortunate, he followed it to the line. He just didn't get over the line.
James Shaw continuing with the serve. And hit a few different serves. And thumping his Lev Priima on the feed from Dylan Maarek.
And that's a bounce from Lev out of the middle.
You wouldn't think that from a doctor of computer sciences. That's right, Lev Priima has his PhD in computer sciences. Priima goes to the left.
Go, Lev!
Bombing away is Dylan Maarek on that slide to the right side, and it goes out of play.
That's a nice swing. Almost got the touch on it. And you would pick up Lev's analytical mind if you're ever on 16th Street on the training courts, because he analyzes the game to a T.
Lev Priima living in the matrix, so to speak.
Yeah, baby, let's go!
Dropping an ace on the nylons. Chaim Schalk, extreme outside of that line, getting tagged.
And I love the aggressive serving we're seeing here from both sides of the matchup.
The line was wrong.
You hear the discussion before?
Yes,
Okay, the line was wrong. Quote of the day already. All settled, and with 6 serving 4.
Set.
Priima fakes the tag, and Boston out the whooping stick is Dylan Maarek out of the right side.
Let's take a look at this fake set from Lev. He sells it because his hips are locked into that corner, holds that blocker, giving Maarek an open net. Well executed jump set play.
Add that to the highlight reel and make an ace. And add that ace to the highlight reel. Priima delivering from the service line and tied up at 6s.
Yeah, absolutely great aggressiveness from the end line on both sides. Lev causing a lot of disruption on the other side.
Priima stands out 6-6 from St. Petersburg, Russia. And knocking it out of the right side came Schalk, using that, taking all the court of that angle.
Chaim Schalk looking very proficient here. I like how he stacks, comes in with a big step close, high elbow, and rips it away down that deep middle angle.
Tight pass. Priima blocked by Shaw.
Yes!
Shaw winning out up top again, back-to-back battles at the net by the big guys.
And I love that James just gets loaded enough, takes one step back in, and wins that joust. Probably selling in the periphery of Lev Priima that he had already dropped and made that big step back into the net.
Wicked serve by Shaw. Out of system play, but a great set from Priima nonetheless.
Hiya! Let's go!
Look come on! Out below. The Canadian crusher, Chaim Schalk.
I love the hiya from James Shaw.
I think he hurt his hand. Gotta love that hiya, as Meg said, because he is letting her rip.
And I believe we're taking an early timeout here.
Well, while we're in our timeout, going to jump over to the chat board. Aaron Wex, speak on the club Dylan coaches for, West Coast Beach in Santa Monica. Makes sense. He's living in Santa Monica.
And also, fun fact on Dylan Maarek, if you haven't heard of the sport tech volley, he is also a champion in tech volley. That's the curved table that you play with a hexagon court. A new international sport.
Got the timeout by American Priima. They're trailing 9-6 here in set number 1. This is our third match on court number 1 in our AVP Chicago Open. No qualifier, no on-site qualifier.
Yeah, that was in Virginia Beach, yeah.
But we started off day 1 with 4 3-set thrillers in the morning yesterday, and the play is getting hotter and hotter as we go deeper into the tournament.
I love Dylan Maarek and Lev Priima's approach from the service line. They have to take care of in-serve reception, first ball side out. See if they can get a block or a lucky touch on defense and make that into a kill.
Maarek flings it on the backset, and Priima delivers just outside the block of Shaw.
So there you have your serve receive play. Now can they pick up an ace? Can Lev get a massive block, or can Dylan pick up a dig and put it away for a kill?
Nobody will see that.
Interesting hearing the discussions between the teams on the court.
71, how you see
Keep
that?
them all fired up and focused.
Nobody can see that. That doesn't move. Hey, let's go!
Oh, out of the shooting gallery on that ace, James Shaw sniping Maarek on that in-serve receive.
Wow. What an epic serve. I mean, there's no chance you can move out of the way on that. The height that James is contacting that ball is pretty darn high.
Next serve misses long. Maarek steps back to the service line, trailing 7-11. Seems our crowd chat is enjoying the ace as well.
Hey!
Shaw is denied by Priima up top.
And Priima doing a good job going with the strong side, the direction that James is coming in on his block set.
Just getting a good read on that option ball attack by Shaw. And this time, Chaim going off the outside hand of Priima for the winner.
And interestingly enough, in that last play, James Shaw actually had the open net on the jump set. Let's see if he looks to take advantage of that in the future.
Dropping floats are picked up by Maarek. One hand dig by Priima. He tries to deliver in transition, but misses long. 13-8 at the technical timeout with James Shaw. Schalk leading Lev Priima and Dylan Maarek. What are we seeing early on here in our set, Meg?
Early on, the stats don't lie. Maarek and Priima hitting a 0, Schalk and Shaw a 5-4-5. So a lot of offensive mismatch here. Definitely picking on Dylan Maarek in the pass, not passing maybe smooth enough to have that clean attack out of serve receive. That has to be priority number 1, in my opinion, coming out of here. First ball contact and take care of first ball side out of serve receive. I love the pressure that Lev Priima is bringing from the service line, causing a lot of disruption. Shaw actually hitting a 0, Schalk hitting an 8-5-7, so carrying that team there with 6 kills. Overall defense is kind of split, and 1 block on the board for Lev Priima. So in order to get back into this survival Saturday matchup, our winner will move on. Our losers go home today with a 13th place finish.
Great call. There's a lot of action. Basically, these teams are still alive for the league, the AVP league. However, Maarek and Priima have got to win the Chicago Open to stay in, and Schalk and Shaw have to place 3rd or better. Maarek waffles that one long. 14-8.
Just a few too many unforced errors right now, or missed contacts coming from Dylan Maarek. Hopefully he'll settle in here and start to find his rhythm.
Taking the attack was Priima. Maarek has an empty net to work with.
And there you go, already starting to establish it. Lev doing a good job selling that attack, mostly because he hit 2 of them earlier in the matchup. You can see that free net there for Dylan Maarek, making that a nice and easy, comfortable deep court swing.
Priima knocks that one into the net, making it 15-9. Shaw back to serve. Shaw's already got an ace here in our first set. And swinging away is Priima at the left pin.
Nice consistency by Lev, hoping to bring his partner the same level of consistency offensively.
Schalk hangs it in the middle for Shaw to blast off of Maarek, staying at area 1 defensive area.
Yeah, I absolutely love when people run out of the middle attacks because it really frees up the entire court. It causes a lot of disruption in the defense.
And clamping down on the block is James Shaw.
Shaw not leaving any space at the net, complete net patrol. Look at this big diving hand into the ball. Nice dynamic block by James Shaw.
Shooting it onto his Maarek. Haven't seen too many of those today.
Wow.
Good cover by Schalk. Schalk trying to cover a lot of real estate, but unable to get to that one.
Wow, what an epic up by James Shaw. Let's just talk about that dig. That's insane. Good put away by Lev Priima, using the perimeter as the open field.
Bouncing Schalk between the sidelines.
Yeah.
Priima back to serve after giving Schalk the shuttle drill here in Chicago. And for that last point. Priima jumping into the angle and stuffing Shaw.
It's a really nice block by Lev Priima. Quite disciplined, stays straight up on the ball, dynamically pressing that left hand into the direction of that angle swing.
And going a wrist away as came Schalk off the Priima block.
Yeah, and they have a lot of space, Schalk and Shaw coming in. They're running it's a set that's about 6 feet in from the antenna. We call that lane 2 on James' side and a lane 4 on Chaim's side. They're starting to realize if they run that set in that lane, they can work that sideline a little bit more.
Tight pass. Making the attack was Priima. Clamping down with Shaw. Joust one, big up top by Priima.
Lev's really dialed in right now. He's making some good recoveries. He's making some good hands-on ball presses, and offensively just getting it into that perimeter space, which makes it very difficult to have a touch and a quality touch for Chaim Schalk.
Maarek back to serve his 28th AVP event. Kong blocked by Priima. That gets Shaw's hand. No. Cable and out of play. 19-13.
And I love that they're running this spread offense, but right there, Dylan Maarek had no block on his matchup in jump setting. In my opinion, he should take that. He has the open net. He sends it over to Lev, and Shaw's camping right on him.
Option ball dug by Schalk. And look at that hand of Priima enforcing the angle.
First of all, I can't believe Chaim Schalk just got that dig. That was moving so fast on the on-two. He took it so low and scooped it. But Lev Priima, again, doing the dirty work at the net, picking up another point.
Priima just went up with one hand on that last one. Schalk Lukes shoots and dug by Maarek. And with a shot of his own as Maarek as he goes into that coffin corner.
That's a good point won by Dylan Maarek. I think he may need that set a little bit more off, so he has that space that he had right there to work up and over James Shaw. That's a massive block for him, and when that set travels too tight and James Shaw is getting a hand on it, that's not the zone we're looking to be in.
Jumping and thumping as James shot that at left pin.
That was a serious thump. You can hear it so clear. Probably flattened the sand pretty well.
Creating the craters on that Oak Street beach is Shaw. Full-time setter for the Stanford Cardinal back in the day. And then had some reps as an opposite hitter with the USA men's national team indoors. And Priima sneaking one inside the block of Shaw.
Yeah,
16 serve to set point number 2.
Lev's looking really consistent here in this opening set.
Easily going over the block is Shaw on that off-speed winner as Schalk and Shaw take set number 1, 21-16, and go up 1-0. Meg, after seeing our first set conclude, what are some takeaways that we're seeing here?
Well, these are the 12 seed Schalk and Shaw against the 13 seed Maarek and Priima. I would have thought the score was a little bit closer. These teams haven't faced off yet this season or in the last year. I would have thought that it would have been a little bit tighter. I think Maarek's put under pressure just a bit, maybe pulling that set off, but he has to dial in his passing. Lev Priima's holding very strong and stable for that partnership. Schalk and Shaw, though, they're doing a great job on the net and defensively. They're not letting a lot of touches go, a lot of balls go untouched, and they're also not making a lot of unforced errors. Offensively, Maarek and Priima, they're hitting overall 091, and that's a 0 from Priima and a 333 from Maarek. So offensively, looking to advance that stat a little bit. Blocking Lev's crushing up there with 3 blocks. I think he's doing a great job. Schalk and Shaw remain really calm and consistent, hitting a 421 overall.
Chaim Schalk hitting 545 on his own versus Lev Primo's hitting 0. He's got 6 kills with 6 errors. So turn that around. I think we got a different match here.
Absolutely. A few too many unforced errors in the beginning for Maarek and Priima. I don't anticipate seeing those again here in set number 2. I do think that Dylan Maarek will dial in his passing. And I do think if both teams, and they're pretty equally matched off using the jump set and that spread offense, they have to dial in the correct matchup. If you're jump setting on an open net, you should be hitting. If you are jump setting and the block is in front of you, you should be setting that to your partner for an open net.
Getting started here as we reset the court for set number 2. Maarek with the serve. And rocking it out the right side is Chaim Schalk, keeping the hot hand going.
And that's a really nice swing by Chaim Schalk. He's just so dialed in with his discipline, so proficient in his movements, keeps it simple, looks effortless.
Maarek swings away, and James Shaw turns out the lights on Maarek.
And James is just such a disciplined blocker. Look at his deep load. He holds, and then he dives in right when Dylan looks up into the air and loses him in his periphery. And that's what makes James Shaw such a good blocker at the net.
Maarek gets up off the pass, pinballs it off of Shaw's block.
No. Yes, Jay.
And Shaw controlling the net up high yet again. Three serving a 0 after the ball ping-ponged around and hit outside the antenna to be out of play.
Howie! Yes!
And the attack error hits super wide, makes it 4-0.
And not a good start from Maarek and Priima right now. Again, it's Survival Saturday. Winner moves on, loser goes home. This is a must-win set for Maarek and Priima.
JD!
And making sure the option ball doesn't make it by is James Shaw up top.
And that's a nice read or decision made by James Shaw, because Dylan Maarek passes a pretty stable one. So looking to go, Lev feeling the need to have to help his partner out, goes on to, but James Shaw's right there.
And with that 5-point lead is a timeout by Maarek and Priima. I think that James Shaw has really come out to play here in our second set and has been really watching that net closely and getting good reads on both Maarek and Priima.
Yeah, absolutely. Like right now, James Shaw has 3 blocks and 3 controlled block touches. I mean, that's huge. So that says to me those sets are falling maybe just a little bit too tight, giving James an opportunity to make that dive and really press over the net into the ball. I would say pull those sets off just a little bit on Maarek and Priima's side. Give them some space, some vision to work around so that they can hit high over the block or swing on the inside far enough away from those blocking hands.
All it takes a good run to get him back into the set. It's still early on. We've definitely seen some big turnarounds in all the AVP Heritage Series when teams look like they're down and out. They've come back, clawed, and grinded their teeth to steal sets and matches. Shaw continues with serve here in our second set. And this time Maarek knocks it over on 2 and blasts Shaw's sunglasses off.
He's just jumping too high.
Maarek with the aggressive swing. You could hear the contact off his hand.
Total prize money here this weekend is $300K, split evenly between the men and women at $150K each. Both of these teams looking to make a little bit of money this weekend and have a chance at entering the league this fall.
I know that we were given the names at Manhattan a couple of weekends ago, but my favorite team name is the Brooklyn Blaze or the New York Nitro. But 6 other teams in there: the Launch in LA, Palm Beach Passion, Miami Mayhem, Austin Aces, and the Dallas Dream.
Looking like Maarek and Priima are falling apart just a little bit. Maybe individual frustrations are now spilling over into team frustrations. Let's see if they can get the pass set and side out here in serve receive.
Maarek on the attack, out of the right side, cuts it inside the block of Shaw.
Nice pass, nice set, clean cut shot. That's a good point.
Maarek back to serve, the 6'1" defender from Santa Monica, California. Easy roll by the block by Chaim. Makes it 7-2. Shaw winds up and swings, but unfortunately hits it into the net. 3-7. See on the crowd chat, Taylor wearing shoes again. Well, if you jumped on a Taylor Crab's social, he likes seeing the conspiracy theories that are being developed everywhere as we see a service ace delivered by Priima. But in regards to the shoes, on Taylor Crab's social, he said that he was loving all the conspiracy theories everyone was coming up with. Reaching high off the block is James Shaw, 8-4.
And that's a really nice step close onto the inside and working the left hand of Lev Priima's block.
Dug up and over by Chaim. Chaim on D. James in pursuit, gets a hand on it, but Priima says not here as he puts away that ball coming over at 5-8.
Again, you can see with the scramble play, that set's going quite tight. Chaim taking a look, trying to make that go up and over Lev Priima, but he was there to stop that ball.
5-8 deficit, make that 5-9 deficit now for Maarek and Priima on the turn.
Have to reduce on forced errors here and take care of first ball side out and serve receive. This to me is a must get point for Maarek and Priima.
James Shaw serving it up. Puts a little pace on it, but misses a couple feet long.
It's a nice little point there, a little bit of breathing room. Now can they put a pressure on from the serve, pick up a block, or can Dylan pick up a dig and transition it away into a kill?
Priima's best finish was a third, most recently at Virginia Beach in 2023 with J.M. Plummer. And going high lines, James Shaw on the off speed.
Hey, one right here, Taylor, come on.
I like that James Shaw is moving it around. Typically going with that hard angle swing, dropping it down the line, moving that defender and spreading their decision making.
Hey!
Maarek taking on the block of Shaw, goes thumb down with a little cable action on it, 7-10. bottom line open for Maarek on that last ball. I can see where Shaw had jumped. Big window.
You in. 4.
Angle. Yes.
Game challenges a block of Priima and is able to win out with that swing. Game not a very small guy. He's a 6'5" defender from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. Now lives in Gardena, California.
Go ahead. Good game. Nice play.
Pokey winner. Chaim Schalk pops it down the line. Go up 12-7.
That's a really nice play by Chaim Schalk. Nice dig, quality control, lifted right there. James steps in, delivers a perfect set down the line. And Chaim Schalk is just too fast to the top of that ball.
Opposite. My body. Hit the ball.
Hey! No.
Yes.
Double contact called on the Priima Maarek side. (13-7).
Maarek and Priima need to dial in their passing here, keep it consistent so that they can ensure that even side out of serve receive.
Wide. Set.
No.
Shaw double contact, tries to swing it, gets his own, tries to dig it off his missed attack. A few attack errors. Brings us to our technical timeout at 14-7 here in our second set. Meg, what are we seeing so far, at least in this particular match? We've seen, as you see a replay of that last double contact.
I mean, James Shaw is just tearing it up on the service line. He is causing so much disruption in the serve receive for Maarek and Priima, and it's working. You know, they're passing tight, they're spraying passes a little bit. It's just not giving them the opportunity to have a nice clean offense and to be able to work with that set. And I think that's the difference maker right here. The pressure from the service line and the quality of that first ball contact coming out of Maarek and Priima. Offensively, we're starting to see a little bit of variety on both sides. James Shaw hitting a 1 Schalk at 600, but it's Maarek and Priima. They're currently hitting a 0 as a team. So offensively, not getting the opportunities that they want and need in order to be a lot closer in this match. And again, it's a must-win match for Maarek and Priima, or they face elimination here today.
Coming out of that technical timeout, 14-7. Chaim Schalk has been providing some great highlights defensively behind the block of Shaw, just going sideline to sideline, picking up balls.
Well, that's what happens too when you have a really disciplined and huge blocker, is you can read those angles really nicely.
Serve goes into the net. Maarek and Priima with a break at that 8-14. With Priima back to serve. Shaw fakes the attack.
Wow,
They call
is it
lift
double?
on the set.
First call for us.
Great double.
Interesting call. I like that he's trying it, and we're going to just start seeing that all the time. We already see it on the Olympic stage. We see it internationally. It's starting to come here. I actually don't mind. You know, they have an advantage here. Go ahead and work on these things.
Well, it's interesting when you get to talk to the referees and what the criteria is, and even Vic earlier had mentioned that they don't care so much about spin than the depth of taking in the ball.
Yeah, the second your hands touch that ball, the ball must go up. You cannot bring that down low into you.
Rolling it inside the block is Schalk for the easy point winner, 15-9. A rising serve by Schalk confuses Priima and serve receive, and that ends up being an ace at 69.
I mean, Schalk shake redemption on the service line. I mean, they're absolutely so lethal right now.
Stay short. Hard line.
Priima swings away in anger, wrist away. 10-16.
And that's a nice backup by Lev. Nice long runway. Goes with his power swing. You see James diving in there. He thought he had it just shy off his fingertips.
I have to say the crowd chat is entertaining. Read the comments, but that's all I can do. I can just laugh and hope you guys are online on the app or on the valleylive.com site reading the comments. True volley crowds with the heckling going on as you look at James Shaw throw down right down the middle.
I mean, that was just an over-the-top swing, beautifully executed by James Shaw, who's so fun to watch at the net.
$17 serving 10.
Hard line.
Priima unloads again, this time in the corner. 11-8-17 on the switch.
The winner of this match will move on to play later today at 1 o'clock. And they will play Allen and Lotman, the number 7th seed. The loser of this match will go home with a 13th place finish.
That's available.
Cross court ripping off of Maarek.
Ow, that looked like it actually hurt. He is bringing such consistent heat on the ball.
Maarek goes off speed and Schalk there on the read. And we have a double contact called on the set.
A lot of set calls in this matchup here.
Actually haven't given love to our referees on duty today, Meg.
Yeah, we have our up ref is Dave Carson and our second ref is Renee Marcellus.
Watch that serve miss long. 19 serving to 12. We're taking the pause break for the sunglass cleaning, but we have a lot more action coming up here on court number 1, Meg.
Yeah, we do, and it's an exciting matchup. We head over to the women for our next matchup. It's Carly Kahn and Devin Sowers as the 13th seed, taking on the 7th seed, Kylie DeBerg and Haley Howard. We'll move back over to the men at the 12 o'clock noon mark, and it'll be Cody Caldwell and Sean Cook. We're awaiting their opponent now.
That was a wicked jump serve by Shaw. That thing had a gnarly tail on
I didn't feel
it.
that at all.
But did they call a foot fault on him? Or did he go before the whistle? Yes, there's a foot fault on the jump serve. But you could see the trajectory of that ball. That thing was curving left.
Yes.
Knocking it off the block of Maarek was Shaw on that 2 ball. That brings us to match point to 13.
Lots of on-twos here. I don't know if it's from design or if it's from tight passing.
Wait.
Maarek in that deep corner tags the end line.
And that actually looked almost too easy, but Maarek had a set off, so you could really clear James Shaw, and he had the vision to see that open corner.
Oh, great looking set to hold the block of Priima by Shaw. But let Priima instead knuckles it for the winner. 15-20 on the turn.
Nice touch here by Dylan Maarek. Lev in the right position for the joust and just beats James Shaw. A nice acrobatic move there by James Shaw, who tries to change his direction mid-air.
That was ray gun breakdancing in the Olympics.
here. In the middle. Here. Angle.
The no-looky cookie by Shaw for the match winner as Team Schalk and James Shaw defeat Dylan Maarek and Lev Priima 21-16, 21-15. Megan, give us your thoughts on our men's elimination match.
I mean, Schalk and Shaw showed up for this matchup. They started and they didn't stop. Unfortunately, Maarek and Priima just couldn't get it together enough to really make it an even battle here. Offensively, James Shaw, taking it to him. For me, I think this is a match of his tournament so far, from the service line, blocking, and offensively. High stats on that leaderboard.
Well, with that, Lev Priima and Dylan Maarek finish with a 13th here in the AVP Chicago Open. Meanwhile, Chaim, Schalk, and James Shaw move on to play the number 7 seed Billy Ellen and Paul Lotman, as Megan said earlier, in match 21 at 1 p.m. That will be on court number 2 as of now. That could change, but be sure to check the Bally Live app schedule, and you'll see what matches will be coming up here in the next few hours. But until our next matchup, which features Hallie DeBerg and Haley Hart facing Devin Sowers and the Wrath of Carly Kahn in about 10 or so minutes. For all you hanging in the crowd chat, appreciate you chiming in and engaging not only the fans but us and everyone watching. We appreciate you. Be sure to stick around as we continue on with Elimination or Survival Saturday here in the Chicago Open. Meg Bergdorf, great working with you. Looking forward to jumping on our next one in a few moments.
Help me carry this? Yes. Take pads off? Pads on, it's fine. Yeah, we'll go through. Watch yourself, Carly.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's low now.
Medic, move